here, 2nd and 10. Now here's Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
Stream elements.
With a 3rd and 2
Smelly Nelly 1971 is now live. Streaming just chatting. Chill stream happy week, let's hope. Wisebot. Live online under the category just chatting. The uptime begins.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here is Young. And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll run on first down with Hubbard. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Young to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And Stroud now to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. To throw. Here's Stroud. He'll get this.
58-69, follow 24029, you're great on the speed.
The pickup, and that's a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but again, zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run, but everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback, and they're able to see the route develop.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
3 down to fight over 240.
For me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Fairbairn good good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's finished off by the touchdown by Stefon Diggs. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Straight ahead with Hubbard, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys, let's keep it going.
2nd down and 3. Looking to throw, Young. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Give. It's Hubbard going left. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Shoves him aside. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Young. Flush to his right. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
Sound alert.
And isn't that always tough to watch?
Type.
When
Commands
they
for
score
different
and you see the
commands.
excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count, can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Hubbard pushing through the contact. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here.
43 at level.
Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Young now. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Ouch, could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way, like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Adam Thielen from 17 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Good bounce back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
P468.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
We're looking at those 13-10.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop. They watched the other side just score, but remember, last time they were out,
and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back into that level.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 23, here's a second down and 9. Here's Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Just getting yard here, 2nd and 1.
Come on.
Stroud will look to throw once more. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Again, it's Stroud. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Stroud looking to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again is Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's 2nd and goal operating from the 8-yard line. Stroud dumps it off to Mixon. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play
Sound
like that,
alerts.
how tough is it for the defense
Type.
to account
Commands
for a
for
running
different
back,
commands.
essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your...
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Takedown as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
Remember, they get a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So
number 5 at the jail station.
and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading, aggressively, offensively, they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 3rd and 3. Young to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this is 46. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. This is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams pick up yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, with the second half, that's just his 2nd incompletion.
He was in here, they told her she had one kind of
It's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work, Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game?
You think
Try
so?
to get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Thank
He
you,
stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
And while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it though. To throw, Young. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Sound alerts. Type commands for different
29,
commands.
here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
From the red zone now, Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 2nd down, Young. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Young. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And that sack, Charles, just looked like the case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. And This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And here comes the Texans now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that ever touched it says it's absolutely that deep in your own territory. The goal is a minimum of at least 2 plays because you flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stroud. It's complete to Diggs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Stroud taking a shot for Dell here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they need 2. Here's 3rd down. Young now from the 50. Dancing to his left. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, the pocket.
Trying to throw now. Young. And that's LeGrand. Yards combined on those last 2.
A go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here is Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Young. Throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
As big of a play as we've had in this
Sound
one so
alerts.
far. This is 3rd and
Type
3.
commands for different commands.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 69 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Young will set to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. Young's going to throw for this. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So Stroud and the Texans down by 5, 2:25 remaining. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Taken in by Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And Stroud now to throw. That's caught by Diggs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you're
132 forward is ready to
hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Level 310.
In this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here comes 2nd down. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tank Dell. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Texans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, Might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Here's Stroud. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now it's the Panthers' turn. Trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. 57 seconds to go. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on first down. Now Young into the hands of Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Meanwhile, Young's throw caught by Sanders. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This is 1st and 10. Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Good morning.
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical 3rd down here. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Type commands for different commands.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Please on this time.
Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
When you think about the classic venues to host the NFL's ultimate game, this one's right up near the top of the list. The Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. We are minutes away from Super Bowl 59, and we've got a tremendous matchup in store.
80 past the 30.7 for 240. And did you need any speeds up? 80 and landing vicinity of the total. Thanks.
Back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And when he's the centerpiece of the offense, passing to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Looking to pass, first play is Prescott. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects. Moves on.
Here's the offense now as they get set to take over here. You can't have a better situation than this. First and goal at the 1. A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's first and goal. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from Abrams. And through the tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages,
expect the other team. But when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. To the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. But a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Sound alerts.
Trying to shake off the
Type.
interception.
Commands for different commands.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident, I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
Now he's starting at 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Off the play fake, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football.
26-2, flight level 31 now, descending at 240, moving set.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Prescott to throw it. It's caught. Tolbert. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right. 10 yards or so downfield. That's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Prescott. And he's got it. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Dowdle will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. With finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On play action, Allen, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
To at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 7-all is the score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you want to get some heat on it,
Second and 10. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never get it.
showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one.
Sound
for
alerts.
Confidence, just to feel a little
Type
bit better.
commands
But I
for
don't
different
know if I
commands.
would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
This drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Here's Allen. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
Because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
First down, Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And again, it's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So 5 yards and a 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
20 minutes ago, we did.
Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to a big targeted tight end.
Profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. A running play, it's down. And they'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboys. From the left-hand shot here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Throw right side, take it in here to start this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. They'll come up after the sack on it. Allen going to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Here comes third in the length of the football. Allen. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Allen. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This taken in by Kincaid. And he's
James Edwards, Frank, 1-4-1.
Down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
This is all about testing a defense at different levels. Both the tight end and the receiver outside are going to run matching dig routes at varying depths down the field. This gives your quarterback options. He decides to go with his tight end on the shorter route, and he made the right call.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That's
Play says expired. Special violation 5-34-20.
Sound alerts. Type commands for different
On
commands.
second and 3. Now Allen again. Completes to Shakir once again. Touchdown Bills. Khalil Shakir as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch.
Newton, G438, 786 Southwest Parkway. It's a crash notification.
Hey, Jeff, how's the ride ahead?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. It often
We're coming from my child. How's the ride ahead?
Well, the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Lincoln Edward. Vehicle overheated. Needs a 51.
Marker.
10-24 welfare check.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
All All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. On the return, it's Brandon Condrington. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's able to break out a 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
Major sponsors
From the 33.
Southgate,
To the air, Allen.
transport to Mission Hospital,
As his
MR
man, it's Shakir.
0812.
Across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Allen. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Chauncey Golston able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense
percent all the way.
because, hey, this lead is very, very slow.
It's 127.
There's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
All right, now take a coffee. See you guys when you get here.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will take over the football. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Cooks on the quick slant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. Was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2nd down and 3.
Sound alerts. Type commands for different
On
commands.
the run, it's Dowder. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run again with Dowdle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
So that's the end of 3 here in Super Bowl 59 from Caesars Superdome. The 4th and final quarter coming right up. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They run here with Dowdle, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Rico Dowdle his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And finish in the end zone.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Have a good day, though. Hey, drink.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills going to take over again on offense. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out right around the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the safe spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Allen's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? Plays action. That's going to catch linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
So from territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On play action, Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not coming on to be that point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
What were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to
Between 3229. You're responding to a 93-year-old female constant.
Bass on for the extra.
Abdominal pain and kidney problems.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Dak and the Cowboys down 21-17. Just over 2 minutes to go. A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. First down throw for Prescott. And he is going to be taken down. They got it.
Type. Commands for different commands.
To the 2-minute warning. A.J. Epinesa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Dak. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Here it is, 4th and inches. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Great.
Throw, Prescott. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Oh, here's a big one. Just feel it. This is 3rd down. Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, with their offensive coordinator,
54 Robinson drive, reading from
this
San
content, and what has it? Because right now, it is the best of the game.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That's caught by Tolbert. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Dak. That one down the field for Ferguson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.